Hey, car owners, picture this. You're cruising down the road, maybe singing along to your favorite song, when suddenly, bam, your check engine light starts flashing like it's trying to send you a secret code. And to make matters worse, your car starts shaking like it's doing a bad dance move. Sound familiar? If your heart sank just thinking about it, don't worry, you're not alone. That flashing check engine light and those weird vibrations are enough to stress out any driver. But here's the good news. I'm Brian, your honest mechanic, and in today's video, I'm breaking down exactly what's going on with your car and how to fix it. We're diving into the 5 most common causes of a flashing check engine light and a shaky vehicle, so you can get back on the road with confidence. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for more no-nonsense car advice like this. And if you stay until the end, I've got a pro tip that could save you hundreds at the repair shop. Ready? Let's roll. So what's the deal with that flashing check engine light and all that shaking? In simple terms, your car is screaming, "Help! Something's wrong." Specifically, it's likely dealing with a misfire, a problem where one or more of your engine cylinders isn't firing properly. This messes up the combustion process, making your car shake and that light flash like crazy. If you hook up an OBD scanner, you'll probably see codes like P0300 for a random misfire, or P0301, P0302, and so on for specific cylinders. But don't worry, I'm not here to throw jargon at you. Let's break down the 5 most common culprits behind this issue, one by one. Cause number 1, bad spark plugs. All right, let's start with the most common troublemaker, bad spark plugs. These little guys are the unsung heroes of your engine. They create the spark that ignites the air-fuel mixture to keep your car running smoothly. But here's the thing, spark plugs don't last forever. Over time, they wear out, get covered in carbon buildup, or develop improper gaps. When that happens, they can't generate the spark your engine needs, and boom, misfires, shaking, and that flashing light. Think about it. When was the last time you checked your spark plugs? If you're like most folks, probably never, right? For most modern vehicles with platinum or iridium plugs, you're looking at replacement every 60,000 to 100,000 miles. But always check your owner's manual, because every car is a little different. Here's how you know if spark plugs are the issue. Pop the hood, pull one out, and look for signs of trouble. Worn electrodes, carbon deposits, or even oil contamination. If they look beat up, it's time to swap them out. A new set of spark plugs can cost as little as $20 to $50, and it's one of the easiest fixes to get your car running smoothly again. Quick story. I had a customer come in last month, freaking out because their car was shaking so bad they thought it was going to fall apart. Turned out, their spark plugs were so worn out, they looked like they'd been through a war zone. A quick replacement, and their car was purring like a kitten. Moral of the story? Don't sleep on your spark plugs. When ignition coils start to fail, they can't deliver the juice, and your spark plugs are left high and dry. The result? Misfires, vibrations, and a car that feels like it's throwing a tantrum. Here's a question for you. Have you ever noticed your car running rough, especially when you're accelerating or idling? That's a classic sign of a bad ignition coil. Unlike spark plugs, ignition coils tend to last longer, but they're not invincible. Heat, age, and electrical wear can take them out, and when they go, you'll feel it. Replacing ignition coils can be a bit pricier. Think $50 to $100 per coil, depending on your car. But it's worth it to stop that shaking. Pro tip: if one coil is bad, check the others too. They often wear out around the same time, and replacing them all at once can save you a headache down the road. I once worked on a car where the owner ignored a bad ignition coil for months. By the time they came to me, their engine was misfiring so badly, it damaged their catalytic converter. Don't let that be you. Catch this early. All right, number 3 on our list, clogged fuel injectors. These guys are like the bartenders of your engine, serving up just the right amount of fuel in a perfect spray pattern for combustion. But when they get clogged with gunk, think dirt, carbon, or bad fuel, they can't do their job right. That messes up the air-fuel balance, causing misfires, poor performance, and that dreaded shaking. Here's something to think about. When's the last time you used premium fuel or a fuel system cleaner? Low-quality gas or skipping maintenance can clog those injectors faster than you'd think. The good news? You might not need to replace them right away. A high-quality fuel injector cleaner added to your gas tank can work wonders. It's like giving your engine a detox, and it costs less than $15. If the cleaner doesn't do the trick, you might need to have the injectors professionally cleaned or replaced. That can run you $100 to $300, but it's way cheaper than ignoring the problem and damaging other parts of your engine. Trust me, your car will thank you with smoother rides and better gas mileage. Cause number 4: worn valve cover gasket. Now, let's talk about something a little sneakier: a worn valve cover gasket. This rubber seal keeps oil inside the top part of your engine, where it belongs. But when it gets old and brittle, oil can leak into places it shouldn't, like your spark plug wells. That oil coats the spark plugs, creating a path for the spark to ground out prematurely. And you guessed it, misfires, shaking, and a flashing check engine light. Here's a real-world scenario. Imagine you pop your hood and see oil pooling around your spark plugs. That's a dead giveaway your valve cover gasket is shot. Fixing it isn't too expensive, usually $100 to $200 a shop, including parts and labor, but it's not something you want to ignore. Oil leaks can cause all sorts of problems, from misfires to electrical issues. If you're handy with a wrench, replacing a valve cover gasket is a DIY job for most cars. Just make sure you clean out any oil from the spark plug wells before installing new plugs. Been there, fix that, and it feels so good to save a trip to the shop. Cause number 5: clogged catalytic converter. Last but definitely not least, we've got the clogged catalytic converter. This part is like your car's environmental superhero, filtering out harmful exhaust gases. But when it gets clogged, usually from years of wear or other engine problems, it restricts exhaust flow, creating back pressure. Your engine can't breathe properly, leading to misfires, poor performance, and shaking that gets worse when you're climbing hills or flooring it. Here's a scary thought: a clogged catalytic converter can do serious damage if you don't fix it. It's like your car is choking, and that's not just bad for performance. It can wreck your engine over time. Replacing a catalytic converter isn't cheap. Think $500 to $2,000 depending on your car. So prevention is key. Regular maintenance, like fixing misfires early, can keep your catalytic converter happy. One way to spot this issue: if your car feels sluggish at high speeds or smells like rotten eggs, that's a clue your catalytic converter might be in trouble. Get it checked out AS to avoid a bigger repair bill. Now, those are the top 5 culprits, but there are a few other possibilities, like a vacuum leak, a dirty mass airflow sensor, a faulty camshaft position sensor, or even a stretched timing chain. These are less common, but if you've ruled out the big 5 and your car's still acting up, it's time to get a professional diagnostic. A good mechanic with an OBD scanner can pinpoint the issue in no time. Here's the deal: don't let a flashing check engine light ruin your day or your wallet. Catching these problems early can save you from expensive repairs down the road. So, what's your next step? All right, folks, there you have it. The 5 most common reasons your check engine light is flashing and your car is shaking like it's auditioning for a dance crew. From bad spark plugs to clogged catalytic converters, you now know what to look for and how to tackle it. Isn't it empowering to understand what's going on under the hood? Here's my challenge to you. The next time you're dealing with a car issue, don't panic. Pop the hood, check those spark plugs, or try a fuel injector cleaner. You'd be amazed at how many problems you can fix yourself with a little know-how. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. What's the weirdest car problem you've ever dealt with? Drop it below. I read every single comment, and I love hearing your stories. And if this video helped you out, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with a friend who's dealing with car trouble, and hit that subscribe button. It's a huge help to keep this channel going, and it means we can keep bringing you honest, practical car advice every week.